Hey everyone, and welcome back to my class. Come on kids, let us look at the summary of chapter 4, The Treasure Within. Before I do that, let us first look at the mind map of the chapter. Point number 1, terrible nightmare, that is Hafiz contractor, we are talking about him. Then second point, earliest memories. Then one sentence that was spoken by principal changed his life. He was a good sportsman. He studied in the Viii college. Point number 6, he went to architect's office to learn French. Then he got A+ in the entrance exam. He was not at all interested in studies. Point number 9, street smart. And point number 10, he derived his own interpretation of maths. Now I'll give you the summary of the chapter. This chapter is based on a conversation between Miss Bela Raja, editor of Sparsh, a newsletter from the Resource Center, the Valley School, Bangalore, and Mr. Hafiz Contractor, who is one of the India's leading architects. He shares that he had a terrible nightmare about appearing for a maths examination where he didn't know anything. Now the psyche must have gotten over it. He then shares his earliest memories in school. He was a very good student in his first and second year, but then in his third year, he lost interest in studies. However, one sentence spoken to him by his principal changed his life. He told him that he is a good student, but he never studied. Now, he will not take care of him. His mother had worked so hard all these years, so now he should rise to the occasion and study. He was a very good sportsman and he was also the cricket captain. He did lots of other things, but as far as his things were concerned, he can't remember anything. Now what he did to remember, he had to see things as a photograph. He was just interested in playing and nothing else. And also, he was mostly interested in funny pranks. He was also the leader of a gang. Then Miss Bela Raja asked him that how he got into the field of architecture, to which Hafiz said that he was always interested to join the army and he also got the admission letter, but his aunt tore it up. Then he also wanted to join, after that he wanted to join the police force. But his mother told him to do his graduation first. So he went to Viii college in Bombay and had to choose between French or German. Finally, he decided to take French and he learned it from his cousin who was an architect's wife. So he went to an architect's office to learn French. There, he saw somebody drawing a window detail. He told that person that his drawing was wrong and that the window would not open. Later on, he found that indeed his drawing was wrong. Then his cousin husband asked him to design a house and he did it immediately. He then told him to drop everything and he told him to join architecture. They then went to meet the principal of the college and the principal allowed him to give an entrance exam in which Hafiz got A+. He also stood first in the class. During school days, one of his teachers, Mrs. Gupta, saw his sketches and told him that he should become an architect in future. Later, when he became an architect, he went back to meet her and tell her this. Then Miss Bela asked him that why he didn't like studies, to which Hafiz said that he was very bad at languages and could deal with science and geography, but his maths was very bad. He was not just interested, but just studied for the sake of studying. According to Hafiz, living their lives in school had made him street smart. He had learned more by doing what he did on his own than what academics would have taught him. Hafiz was able to know the taste of his client just by looking at the client's face, his clothes, the way he talks, and by the way he eats. He sketched very spontaneously on a paper on the spot, and he gave that paper to his people in the office. Now it comes to him like maths. Mr. Contractor, he derived his own interpretation of mathematics, taking it from a subject he hated to a subject he now loves dealing with. I hope you all understood the chapter, children. I will be back again with yet another interesting chapter. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.